news tonight, changes are coming to the way Ottawa pays the provinces for health care. Federal Finance Minister Jim Flaherty told a meeting of his provincial counterparts in Victoria today that after 2018, transfer payments will be tied to the rate of the nominal GDP, which is currently just over 4%. Until then, provinces will receive 6% annual increases. Nanaimo Alberni Conservative MP James Lunny was in Parksville today announcing a $1.3 million funding for a water conservation project. But the big funding announcement many rail users are waiting for isn't on track yet. It's apparently still tied up in red tape. Dean Stoltz has that story.
Passenger rail service on the 240-kilometer line between Courtenay and Victoria was halted in March when the tracks were deemed to be unsafe. Since then, the Island Corridor Foundation, which owns the line, has said it will take $15 million to get back to bare bones operating standards. The province has committed half that, but while the feds continue to spend on numerous other infrastructure projects, it's been slow to cough up its $7.5 million.
The decision officially has not been made. We're still working hard to make sure it comes the right way.
Are you optimistic that's going to happen?
Well, I'm disappointed it's taken this long, but I know how important it is to the community, so it is what it is, and we're still working to make sure it happens.
The Island Corridor Foundation says it remains patient and still expects the federal government to match the province's $7.5 million.
In this instance now, we're dealing with officials in Ottawa, many who hardly even know that there's an ENN railway line that exists on Vancouver Island. So it's a continual pressure on our part and not losing hope. I quite believe it'll all happen.
But some say that kind of attitude is too laid back, and Island Corridor Foundation co-founder Jack Peake is frustrated. He also chaired a rail operations advisory committee, but was told a year ago his services were no longer needed. Peake has now started the ENN Action Group, which he says will act as an ENN watchdog.
First of all, we want the Island Corridor Foundation to be more public with what they're doing. Let us know what your plans are. Is the $15 million, what's it actually going to do? Where are you going to put that money? What infrastructure are you going to refurbish? Where are you going to start?
The group also says $15 million isn't enough to get the rail line going again.
What it's going to be used for, I know they've said 104,000 ties, but like I'm saying, it's going to be a lot more than 104,000 ties. So come forward with your cost estimates. Where did you come up with $15 million?
It's not very complicated. The $15 million will replace 104,000 ties from Victoria to Courtenay. $500,000 of that $15 million that I talked about was the bridge and trestle engineering assessment, and about a couple of million is what we call ballast replacement, which is what you're seeing here in respect to the gravel. So it's not a complicated work program.
A work program that may never get off the ground unless Ottawa comes through with some money.